Dear learners, welcome to my YouTube channel. In the last video, we have learned how to create a query from Excel workbook file. Now, in this video, we are going to learn how to create a query from database file. To get started with this data, please kindly click on the link given below in the description box to download all the files, and let's start getting practical. The moment you download the file, you will see a list of files. Now, if you see, there is a file named as staff.accdb. This is Microsoft Access database file. Now, Microsoft Access database file will only be visible if your system has installed this Access database engine. If this is not installed, then you might not be able to see this file. I am opening it into my system by double clicking on this file. Let's check out the data first. Let's double click on the file and open the Microsoft Access database file. When you open the file, you will see on the left hand pane there is list of the tables which are available. So you will see there is one table called staff. If you see, this is a symbol of table. The first row contains header. So if you double click on it, your data will be visible. Now, if you see, the first column is ID, the second column is first name, the third column is last name, then we have start date, email ID, department, manager, and location. Now, if you see, the data resides on the left hand side alignments. This states that the data type of this attribute ID is text. Similarly, we have data type for first name, last name as a text. Then for start date, it is date, and for the rest of the thing, it is text data. So this is basically the original data which we are having in Access database file. For this data, we need to create a query into our spreadsheet file. So let's close this file. Now, if you see, there is a file called EPT 103 get data from database. Let's open this Excel spreadsheet file by double clicking on it. Now, when you open the file, you will see this time we have been told to create a query into this staff worksheet where the heading is written staff list, and in this A3 cell I need to create a query. Now remember, whenever you are creating a query from a Microsoft Access database, then we have to go and select the database option. Let's go with it. Select data, then let's go to get data. Now, if you see the second option, it is from database. Now, since my file was Microsoft Access database, I have to go to from database. Now, if you see, there is a list of all the databases that are available. The one in which we are interested is Microsoft Access database because our file is in this format. So let's click on Microsoft Access database. After clicking on it, we need to navigate it to the file where we are residing it. So I'm having in the EPT unit 1, you will see our file staff.accdb. Please navigate it to this file and just select this file and then click on import. The moment you click on import, you will see a navigator window. On the left hand side, you will see the file name has been extracted staff.accdb. Inside that, there is one table which is known as staff. Now, how do I get to know that this is a table? You will see a blue icon which is there on the first row. This states that there is a header which is residing into it. So the data is in tabular format. So you see this is a preview which is being shown. Now let's get to the transform data. Click on transform data. Now If you see on the left hand side, you will see the list of all the queries that has been created in this file. You will see there's something known as course list. You will see something known as course schedule, and you have exclamation sign. Now this is error that we will solve later. This is the query that has been generated staff. Now let's first of all check out the steps which are on the right hand side. Now whenever you load the data file which is in the table format, you will see that promote header and change data type options are not there. Whenever you find that any automated steps are there, please kindly delete it. Now the file name is staff. So let's give a sensible name. It is staff list. So you will see the moment you update the name over here, you will see the query name is also changed on the left hand side. Now let's get into the data. You'll see ID, which is a staff ID, and it's a nominal scale data because it is used for only identification. Hence the data type is text, and here it is text only. ABC refers to as the text data, so no changes need to be done. If you see the first name, this is also text data, and the data type is also text. If you see the last name, again we have text data and the data type is text. Now the operation that what I want to do is I want to combine the first name and last name, and I want to create another column called staff name by replacing this two column. So select this two column with the help of control key. Just select the first name column, press control key, and then select last name column. Now if you see, click on transform data and you will see something known as merge column. Merge column is an option which is going to join your two column, but the same option is visible in add column ribbon also. If you click on add column, you will see merge column also. Now the functionality of both are different. Whenever you want any changes to be done in another added column, then you have to go to add column and then do merge columns. But if you want to replace the existing column, then you have to choose transform and merge column. The transform tab will do the transformation in the existing data, while add column will add a new column and do all the changes thereafter. So let's go to transform, and in the text column group, just select merge column. The moment you select merge column, it will ask you how do you want to separate your data. So you have to add a delimiter, that is basically a separator. So I want to separate my data by single space. Optionally, you have to give a name. By default, it is merge, but I will give a sensible name because I am going to uh, have a name of all the staff members. So I'll just write down staff name. When I say staff, it represents all the employees of an organization. Let's click on OK. So you will see the first name and the last name columns are transformed, they are merged, and with a new column name called staff name. And the data type is text. Since you are merging two columns with same data type, it is going to take the text data type. Now let's click on start date. If you see, the start date here is recorded in terms of minutes, hours, minutes, and seconds also. But here, because the time is recorded as 000, the time does not make any sense over here. So I'll click on this data type, which is a date time. I will change it to date data type only because I do not want time to be displayed. Similarly, if you see the emails are written in the text file, so it's a text data type. The department, it is text, so it is text data type. Then we have manager, which is there, but if you see there is a null value, so this reporting manager is not still being mentioned over here. So we can inform to the concerned authority to input the value in the original source file. The next one is location tab. So in location column, you will see the data which is of text and the data type is also of text. Now let's just check out the variable against ID into the text, staff name into the text, start date into the date format, email into the text. Similarly, department, manager, and location all are in text. So now my data is transformed and I have even given the sensible name to my query, right? Now I have to load my this query. So transformation is done. Now let's get to home, close and load group and close and load to. Since I am loading it this query for the first time, that's why this option will be visible. Whenever this option is visible, you have to choose this option only. Close and load to. Let's select close and load to. Now, we have been asked to import this data in a tabular format, in a query format, and I want in existing worksheet. So I'll select existing worksheet because I've been told to report in A3 cell. Just select A3. You will see this coding staff exclamation $A $3. This coding is as simple, just you have to mention then is equals to the name of worksheet, then exclamation, then the absolute reference $A $3. So I'm telling to the system that I want a query in a table format and in staff sheet in A3 cell. Then click on OK. The moment you click on OK, what will happen? That query entire will be run. It will do all the transformation that we have done, and then it is going to list this as a query and it will load your query over here. Now let's save this file. Now whatever query or whatever data is there in the original file, where is my original file? Original file is over here, staff.accdb. Now whenever anybody updates this data file, whatever changes is there into this file is getting updated by manually refreshing this query. So say for example, if I right click on it and if I get a contextual menu, if I click on refresh, my entire staff list will be updated. As of now, you see there is 128 rows. So there are 128 employees which are there in the staff member. So this is creating a query from database. This is very helpful because whenever your data is in a large database, you don't need to get into the database every time, download the file. Just create a pipeline and hit the right click and refresh button, or go to the query tab and refresh all, then entire list will be updated. So even if you have new members which are joining, or some of the members they leave the organizations, no need to worry. Just download the database file which is updated one, just right click over here, hit the refresh button, and every data is getting updated. So this is creating a query from database. Now whenever you have a query which is in the Excel workbook, which either may be created by you or may not be created by you. Whatever query is created into this file will be visible in queries and connection tab. Now on the right hand side, suppose if this tab is not visible, go to data and you will see queries and connection tab. Just click again on queries and connection tab, this tab will be visible. Now if you see, the staff list is correctly visible, but you will see exclamation sign which is of course schedule. This is showing me the error. Well, this is not showing me the error. Why? Because the course, if you single click on it, you will see the query which is, sitting into the worksheet here itself only. If you see, our original data is here and the query is over here. So you will not have a error in table or a range format. But if any data which is coming from another workbook file, and if this query is not created by you, then it will show you the error. Now, it is very important that all your data file should have your source only. If you see the error, you see data source error not found. This error simply states that this file is not created by you, or this query rather is not created by you. So we have to load this query from our system to remove the entire error. Let's understand how to solve error inside the query. Let's double click on the course schedule. Now, when you double click on it, you will see error directly on the top. You see data source not found. Even it will list you the data or the path location from which it has been taken. Now the first thing to solve an error is to delete all the steps on the right hand side. If you see, I have to delete all my steps. Then I have to go to the source part. So if you see, there is a data source setting at the top, or even if you can see the cog sign which is there, just click on this cog sign and it will ask you where is the data file. Now let's just click on browse. Here we need to give our path. So let's click on browse. I'll go to desktop and I'll go to this my folder where my file is there, and my file is training schedule. Just select the location where your file is training schedule and click on import. So you will see my location will be visible. Now let's click on OK. Now whenever you load a data file while solving the error, you will not directly see the data. You will see along with the data, this some metadata will also be there. Our data actually resides in the data. So we will have only this column and we will remove all the other column. Just right click on the data and select remove other columns. Now here on the top right hand side corner, you will see something known as expansion symbol. Now expansion symbol, what it is going to do, it is showing you the header. Now if you remember, in the training schedule original file, the first row was blank. So it will take column 1, column 2, column 3 as a heading. Along with that, you will be asked whether you want this original column name as a prefix or not. My original column name is data. I do not want to prefix this name everywhere in the header parts. So that's why I'm going to untick it. And let's click on OK. So you see, my first row was blank. So it has been taken as a header and my actual headers are sitting in the first row. So now let's do the transformation over here. Since I want this first row to promote as a header, because these are my actual header, I'm going to use this option in the home ribbon. In the transform group, I'm going to use first row as a header option. This option is going to promote the first row as a header. So you'll see location, date, course code, course name, instructor code. Now the moment you promote header, there is one automatic step which is being applied called change type. And remember, whenever this uh, data type is being applied, make sure you delete it and make sure the data type is always manually decided by you itself only. Never rely on the system generated data type because it will throw you error for when you reuse this query. Now let's do the transformation. Let's select the location column. Let's go to home. Now I need to transform this data. So let's click on location. Let's click on transform data. Let's click on fill and let's click on fill down because I want to fill down the values. And let's select the data type. I will select text as my data type. Let's come to date. Date is there in the general format, but I want to keep it as a date format. If you see the course codes are a number data which is on the right hand side alignment. But since I'm not going to perform any arithmetic operations, I'm going to select text as my data type. So you'll see the alignment will be changed to left. Now similarly, if I go to course name, this is my text data. I'm going to have a text as a data type. Instructor code, as of now, it's residing on the right hand side, but I will put it on the text mode because I'm not going to perform any arithmetic operations. And training room, I'm going to keep it text data. Now course schedule, this is already the query which was existing it, so the same name will appear. Now the transformation is done. Let's go to home, close and load, click on the drop down. Now you will see only one option is available, close and load. Why? Because the query is already existing it. So whenever the query is already there, you only have one option to choose, close and load. So let's click close and load. So what will happen? The file will be extracted from our system. The query will be transformed. The data will be extracted. Data will be transformed and it will load the query over here. And you will see the exclamation mark which was showing error. It will be removed. So this is a process of solving the error in the query. If any error is being thrown inside the query, you must also know how to resolve the error. So this was the file where you have learned two things: how to get the data from the database and create a query, and how to solve an error inside the existing query. The error simply means that the query is not generated by you, but it is generated by someone else. So basically, if the source is not found in your system, you need to give the source of the file and then you need to resolve the error. So I hope this is also one of the most important functionality which is being used in the industry. Now, in the next session, we are going to learn how to get the data from multiple files from folder option. If you like this video or if you want more such of a videos where you can learn mastering the Power Query, please like this video, comment into the section if you have any questions or a query, share this video and please subscribe to my YouTube channel and press the bell icon to get the updated videos. And I will see you in the next video. Thank you.